Welcome back to the Gridiron's Digest. We're going to talk about this past week's NFL and college football news. We're going to start off with the flag football game that took place this past weekend. You had Team USA going up against Tom Brady and his team, the Founders, and Joe Burrow's team, the Wildcats. Tom Brady would play Team USA in the first game and marched down the field looking like Tom Brady of old. He found Stephon Diggs in the back right-hand corner on a nice strike for a touchdown. He then followed that up with a 2-point conversion to Rob Gronkowski. Rob Gronkowski would lead the game early with a hamstring pull, and from there things got bad for Tom Brady and the Founders. The Team USA will beat Tom Brady and his squad 43-16. Team USA then will also go beat Joe Burrow and the Wildcats 39-16. So it wasn't much of a contest for Team USA going against Tom Brady and his team and Joe Burrow and his team. However, it was quite exciting to watch the game. You had former stars like Odell Beckham showing flashes of himself in the game, and he said after the game that he hopes that this sparks him getting the opportunity to be with an NFL team. He said he would love to come back and be part of the New York Giants. We're going to head over to the Bay Area. Shout out E40 in the clear. You got the San Francisco 49ers and left tackle Trent Williams. They're at a standstill. General manager John Lynch is letting Trent Williams go. The big fella is going to part ways with the 49ers. They cannot agree on a salary number. The left tackle is asking to be paid as one of the highest tackles in football. He's coming off a Pro Bowl season, and he was second-team All-Pro. He just happens to be 38 years old. But the big fella is one of the best tackles in football. We're going to take a listen and hear what John Lynch has to say about their relationship and what he would like him and the 49ers to agree on. Let's take a listen.
An hour ago, Adam Schefter reported that Trent Williams expects to be released if you and his agent can't come to some financial agreement on his future. Is there any truth to that? Can you shed any light on what's going on there?
Well, what I'll tell you is that, in recent weeks, I've met with both Trent and with his agent, Vincent Taylor, and had really good, productive, and substantive meetings. And so here's what I know. Trent loves being a Niner. We love having Trent as a Niner. And it's up to us to figure that out and to thread that needle. There's some unique circumstances in that we all know what Trent is as a player, how great of a player he's been. He's going to be 38 years old.
Staying here with the 49ers, we're going to talk about the Brandon Ayuk situation. The star wide receiver in the 49ers haven't spoken all season. Brandon Ayuk is coming off a torn ACL, MCL a year ago. He missed this past 25 season for the NFL, and the 49ers and him haven't spoken. They said that the relationship had went sour. The 49ers did offer him a very lucrative contract that he turned down. Some said it was a mistake on his behalf to turn down that type of money coming off a serious knee injury that he had. But Brandon Ayuk is trying to find his way out of San Francisco. Rumor has it that he's trying to end up in Washington with the Washington Commanders. Is very fitting because the star wide receiver and star quarterback Jaden Daniels were once teammates at Arizona State. They were a dynamic duo. Those two had magic when they played in college, and they're just trying to relive that magic. They are best of friends as well. So we're going to see if Brandon Ayuk can do a little magic trick and end up in Washington. The 49ers has his rights, and they're seeking a trade partner. Hopefully that can get done with Washington. But if not, they're seeking to possibly let him go by June 1st, or he will be a big hit to the salary cap. So the two are going to possibly work out something. Brandon Ayuk has made it very known throughout the season he does not want to be part of the 49ers organization. I think that's the same feeling the 49ers have at this point. But, this offseason has been a crazy one. So, money talks, and it happens to be the magic trick to fixing relationships. The right numbers can fix a lot of things. So who knows? Brandon Ayuk might end up back with the 49ers, or he might end up in Washington. And Trent Williams might end up in Washington. That's where the big fella started his career. So it'd be interesting to see if those two stay teammates with the 49ers or they end up teammates in Washington. We're going to keep an eye out on that. We have some interesting news coming out of the NFL. The NFL and the referees are on an expiring contract. The contract expires May 31st of this year. The NFL is preparing not to have referees for the start of the season. They are already training for replacement ref. They are taking refs with some past college experience and some past pro experience. In 2012, we had this same situation arise, and the referees were out of a contract for 110 days. As you can guess, that was not a great season in 2012 when it came to officiating. There was a lot of blown calls. A lot of games were cost because of the officiating was pretty sloppy. Hopefully they can get things rectified and both sides can come to an agreement. But as of now, the referees will not be refereeing the games of the start of this NFL season. It expires, the contract expires the 31st of May. So let's keep a close eye on how things progress with the NFL and the referee. Here's some better news for the NFL. We got Jameis Winston. That's right, the great Jameis Winston. He will be a special guest on Netflix the 25th of March for the upcoming Major League season. Netflix will be airing its first Major League Baseball game ever, and they're bringing Jameis Winston as a special guest. We know Jameis is going to bring a motivational speech. He's going to bring something funny to the airwaves. So I'm just excited to see what he's going to do when that day comes. Jameis Winston is no stranger to baseball. He was drafted out of high school in the 12th round, and also that Heisman Trophy season he had in 2013 with the Florida State Seminoles. He was also drafted by the Yankees in the 18th round. He played baseball. He was a dual sport athlete at Florida State, a quite great baseball player. He just happened to choose football, and I think that was a good choice. He has had an interesting career, starting off in Tampa, and since has been a journeyman. He is now in New York with the Giants as a backup, and famous Jameis will be on Netflix this upcoming week talking about baseball. We're going to head over to college football. We got Indiana University head coach Curt Cignetti. He is going to be driving the Indiana 500 pace car, and it just happens to be the fastest Corvette ever made. It's the ZR1X. He will be driving that pace car at this year's Indy 500 race. He's going to be representing the University of Indiana. Those guys just won the national championship this past season in college football. So congratulations to the Indiana Hoosiers and Coach Curt Cignetti and those guys. We have some more news coming out of college football. We got President Donald Trump. He is signing an executive order for the Army versus Navy game. He is saying that Army and Navy games needs to be played every second Saturday of December going forward. No games are to be played until 7 p.m. They're going to get a 4-hour block. The only game on television when it comes to college football will be played. That will be the Army versus Navy game. That's going to be a different landscape in college football with the college playoffs and bowl games and very important, exciting games taking place around those typical dates of the second week of December. They will be no longer. Donald Trump has signed an executive order saying that the Army versus Navy game will take its precedence over that airways when that day comes. We're going to take a listen and hear what Donald Trump has to say in regards to this executive order.
I'm going to sign an executive order to ensure that the second Saturday in December is preserved exclusively. Nobody's playing football. Not Ohio State against Notre Dame. Not LSU against Alabama. Nobody's going to play football for 4 hours during that very special time of the year in December. It's preserved forever for the Army-Navy game.
That's it for this past recap of NFL and college football news. I appreciate you guys taking a look at the Gridiron's Digest. I'll catch you on the next one.